Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue the same chapter, biogeochemical cycles. But today's topics are different. In previous video we had learned about which cycles. First one is what we had learned: nitrogen cycle, water cycle and nitrogen cycle. Today we are going to learn about the carbon cycle, oxygen cycle, and here greenhouse effect and ozone layer. So these are the topics, and this is the last video. Means the chapters are finished. Chapters are over. All topics are covered. Understand? So keep interest and now listen the topic. Now here the carbon cycle. As we know that the carbon dioxide is a constant of air. It occupies the space how much? 0.04% of air contains what? Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is here how much percentage it is? 0.04% of carbon dioxide is present in the atmosphere. Next, this carbon dioxide is absorbed by the plants or trees through stomata, and it is utilized to prepare the food materials in the plants, just as starch, proteins, and vitamins. These are all prepared. Next, again here this carbon dioxide. This means here how the carbon dioxide is helpful in the plants in the preparation of food materials. Next, how this the cycle may happen. Again, after death of these plants, and these plants are consumed by the all organisms, just like carnivores, omnivores, and herbivores, either directly or indirectly, all depend upon the plants for their food. After the death of these all organisms, and again the sedimentation takes place in the soil with the food, with the food decomposition, the materials again mix in the soil, and here the sedimentation takes place and weathering takes place. Next, erosion also takes place. Next, again here animal respiration. Through animal respiration also, here what goes on? Through animal respiration. So through the animal respiration, we taking oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. All the animals same as taking oxygen, give out carbon dioxide. Now the again carbon dioxide reaches the environment. Next, through the again fossil fuels and fossils also. Here all the automobile industries and the automobiles emit the carbon dioxide into the environment. Carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide also. What are the carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide? Both are emitting into the environment. So these both are belongs to the carbon compounds. So that's why these carbon compounds are emitting into the environment. And next again this cycle again goes on. Again this carbon dioxide again absorbed by plants and again prepared food materials, and again after death of these all organisms, again that may reach to the breath, again they reach into the environment. So we taking oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Then that is again absorbed by plants, and this chain is going on. How the carbons here we can see in the environment. So everywhere the carbon we can see. The wood is carbon form. The wood is carbon form, and our body is almost all made up of carbon. And next, almost all the pencil what you are writing, that is graphite carbon form, and the diamond carbon form. And next here we can say some other soot. Here soot, that when you burn a stick, the soot comes, no? So that soot, and this graphite, diamond, and this hydrocarbons, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, proteins, and other carbohydrates, fats, everything contains the carbon particles. Understanding? Carbon molecules are present in carbohydrates and in proteins everywhere, and in nucleic acids everywhere, and in exoskeleton and in endoskeleton everywhere the carbon is present. Here calcium carbonate. What the bone is made up of calcium carbonate and calcium phosphate. No, so what is present there? Here carbonate means again what it is there? Carbon is there. So that's why the skeleton contains carbon. And again here exoskeleton, endoskeleton. Endoskeleton means our body contains endoskeleton. Some organisms have upper skeleton, no? So that are called what? Exoskeletons. So these are all made up of what? Carbon. But this carbon again after death of the organisms again mix in the soil and again it converted into the carbon dioxide, and with the automobile factories and with this emissions and with the motor vehicles also the carbon dioxide releasing, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide releasing into the environment, and from that it is absorbed by plants. Again plants prepare food materials and all the consumers consume the food, and again they breathe in air means oxygen they take in, they give out carbon dioxide, and then like that again carbon dioxide reaches the environment. After the death of the organisms, after the sedimentation takes place in the soil, and next again the what skeletons also fixed in the soil. So with that the carbon again reaches the soil. So like this the carbon cycle goes on. Next one more thing is here the oxygen cycle. So how the oxygen cycle? You know that 21% of oxygen is present in the environment. So all the atmospheric oxygen here. So here through the respiration the oxygen is taken in, and again the H2O water molecules also emitting through the respiration, and when we give out carbon dioxide, again that carbon dioxide is utilized in the process of photosynthesis, and they prepare the food materials, and the food material is nothing but glucose. The form of the formula of glucose is C6H12O6. So here what is there again? Oxygen is there, and we take in the food material, and again through respiration the energy getting to us. So again the carbon dioxide emitting into the environment, again photosynthesis process, again the organic molecules forming. So like this the total cycle goes on. So this is very easy. But next one is here, what it is here? Greenhouse effect. Next one is what? Greenhouse effect. What is the greenhouse effect? Already I had told you in the 8th class. So what is that greenhouse effect? So here the automobile industries and all the industrial development is going on, and the next the much more vehicles are using. So per house not only one vehicle, 2-3 vehicles are there for one house. So like that the automobiles are much more using. So with that emissions also more there. So with that industrial development and this motor vehicles also using. So with this much more carbon dioxide and what it is emitting again here the carbon monoxide also emitting into the environment. And the next one is with the decomposition of the dead bodies, the carbon dioxide and ammonia gas emitting into the environment. The next here CH4 methane gas also emitting into the environment. then with that warmth they grow some plants. So this is called a greenhouse. So here in this our environment or in the atmosphere, carbon dioxide, methane and ammonia are emitting. So these gases trap the heat from the sunlight. They trap the heat from sun in the atmosphere and it makes the environment hot. Then what happens here? The environment becomes too hot. So with this what happened again here? With this the environment becomes total hot and the polar regions ice and glaciers melt down and then the water reaches the seas and rivers and seas. So then what happens? Seas and oceans. The water level in the seas and oceans rise up. Then the coastal regions may submerge in the water. This is called global warming. Due to the greenhouse effect, global warming takes place. Two effects goes on. Next. So this is very dangerous. So that's why we have to stop or start trying to reduce the usage of vehicles. Next, industrialization. We are thinking that this leads to the greenhouse effect. And the next what? Global warming. Next one is ozone layer. So our environment contains how much here? 10 kilometers. Here our atmosphere contains 10 kilometers troposphere, 10 to 50 kilometers stratosphere. Above that ionosphere. Above that ionosphere. 10 kilometers troposphere, 10 to 50 kilometers stratosphere. Above 50 kilometers is ionosphere. So 10 millions of air contains what? 2 millions of oxygen. Next 3 million of ozone. So due to the usage of much more ACs and refrigerators, the chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbons means CFC. What are the chlorofluorocarbons? Here we can write what are the chlorofluorocarbons? CF4, CCl4 are the chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorocarbon, fluorocarbon. So these are used in the refrigerators and ACs to cool that environment, inside environment. So at that time, so they also emit into the environment. So due to that, the ozone layer is depleting. They react with the ozone layer and they make a hole in that place. So the ultraviolet rays of the sun reaches the earth through the holes. Then the human beings may get the skin cancer and the plants lose their chlorophyll and they do not prepare their food materials because of lack of what? Chlorophyll, and we get the skin cancer and animals also may affect. So this and the environment becomes again more hot. So these are the problems we have to face. So with this depletion of ozone layer. So the less ozone in the Antarctica, okay, than in Arctic region. In Antarctic region, the ozone layer is very less than the Arctic region. Next, the ozone is a gas, so which is blue in color and which is strong odor. Here, three oxygen molecules, sorry, 3 oxygen atoms are there. In oxygen, what it is there? 2 oxygen atoms are there, O2. But in the O3, 3 oxygen atoms are there. It is what a strong odor and it contains strong odor and it is blue in color. And with the depletion of ozone layer, we may get some problems just like skin cancer and the plants lose the chlorophyll, like that problems. And if you want to grow, if you want to know more about O3, you can search in the internet also. You can learn more. And next, the ozone layer protects us just like an umbrella. Okay, it is an umbrella to our earth. It is an umbrella to our earth. So here, the Montreal Protocol is given in our book. The discovery of an ozone hole over Antarctic Antarctica prompted action to control the use of gases which have a destructive effect on the ozone layer. From this concern emerged the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer, signed by 24 countries in 1987. It came into force in 1989 and has since been ratified by 120 countries. The original agreement was to control and phase out the production and supply of ozone depleting chemicals, SPNC, CFC, chlorofluorocarbons and their derivatives. A meeting in 1992 was held in Copenhagen to revise the protocol. This meeting agreed to bring forward the phase out of halons to 1994 and CFC and the other halocarbons to 1996. These targets have since been met. So now again it has to be going on. So the chapters and the topics in our 9th class are finished. So you have to finish your fair notes, projects, experiments, everything I had given to you that you have to finish. Be ready whenever it is time. I will check that all. So this one question is important in this lesson. All questions are important. One question compulsory from you in the examination. Everywhere these are important. Wherever you go, these 4 topics are very important.